Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. This pick a card reading is about the journey ahead, and as always I have the three piles here. Group 1 will be on the left, 2 will be in the middle, and 3 will be on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using. There is a link to my Facebook page. If you'd like a private personal reading, you can contact me on there. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who has been commenting and subscribing and supporting each other in the comments section. It's so beautiful to see all of the support that you give each other, and the support for this channel as well. I'd like to kindly thank everybody who has sent donations through in exchange for my energy. I really appreciate that too. So leave it with you. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey Group 1, welcome to your reading if you chose the Mandeville flower. The Mandeville flower is, I've got it written here, it helps to feel secure with what we possess inside rather than needing something external to feel whole and complete. So it's truly the journey within, and believing in yourself and your connection to source and your own essence and your life path, rather than external factors and needing someone or something to make you feel complete or whole. So it promotes peacefulness, liberation and contentment with self and what you already have. So with that being said, Group 1, we'll jump into the past energy of your reading. We've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Four of Cups, and the Five of Wands. So this is talking about a situation that you have perhaps felt stuck in, very little movement forward, lots of conflict perhaps with the people involved. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a workplace, could be family, friends, it could be anything. But there's certainly disagreements and discontentment here. There's a lot of stagnation and things not going to plan. You may have had some hopes or expectations on this situation and it's not unfolding how you'd hoped it would. This could be an unrequited love situation where you've, or somebody has given up quite a lot to this situation, with very little in return or very little results for them. It's just not working in the way that you may have hoped it would work, or the other people involved. This could also speak to a decision made that not everyone agrees with the outcome of. But there's certainly this stagnation or delay in plans moving forward, and it's maybe causing a bit of conflict or chaos or turbulence in whatever area. Maybe there's a lot more responsibility now, or a lot different things to have to navigate to try and liberate or change the situation. In the energy moving forward, we have the Page of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles here. Versus for some of you with the Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, there could be an opportunity coming in to rectify the situation. There could be an apology coming towards you, a friendly gesture, some sort of compassion or kindness, some sort of assistance potentially. For other people, I feel like this is your energy and you're creating these opportunities for yourself. You're choosing to perhaps just soften and connect into yourself in a gentle way with the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. There's certainly an opportunity here for some people. This could be a new job opportunity, especially if the one you're in is not harmonious for you. There's certainly, if that's what your situation is, then there's definitely potential for a new opportunity in work or life, creative projects, whatever it might be here. There's an opportunity for healing within relationships, but I do also feel like one or more than one person doesn't want to let go of control of the situation at the same time and probably wants to protect themselves. That may be you, it may be someone you're dealing with. So there's a bit of closeness, but there's also the willingness to extend compassion at the same time and sort of maybe work things out or talk things out. But I do also feel like a lot of this is you having an opportunity to reconnect with yourself or start a new adventure in a way, sort of take a different path and sort of rely on your own creativity, your own abilities, sort of bringing back to the meaning of that flower actually, to help feel secure with what you already possess. These are your possibilities, your potentials, your opportunities. And you have them in abundance within you. It's a matter of grabbing them, harnessing them, having gratitude for them, practicing your skills, like showing up at your whatever it is you do. strengthening those skills, and also sort of keeping your resources to yourself as well, maybe protecting yourself a little bit, pulling your energy in a little bit, saving your money, saving your time, sort of just connecting back in with self, and not so focused on the external world. The Four of Pentacles is very much a homely card, and one that sort of pulls everything in. It sort of takes stock of everything that you have got as well. So the challenge moving forward in this group is the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and they're facing away from each other, and the Eight of Cups as well. So for those that are having conflict with a certain person or group of people, these two aces tell me that they're not meeting each other. You see, they're not coming together here. It's like one's going in one direction, one's going in another. I feel like if this is a group or a relationship or something, you may have different ideas about the outcome or the things that you want from the situation, and it may be really hard to communicate that to each other. And I feel like if this is an ongoing arguments and conflict, then I feel like you're both coming from a different place, and it's really hard to see what the other one means, believes, wants to express. I think there's a lack of understanding here when it's talking about relationship situations. Outside of that, I do also feel that this is a matter of having trouble committing to your choice sometimes. Like you may back down and repeat old cycles, or stay stagnant in fear of something, fear of success or fear of failure. It could be a number of things that hold you back from really delivering the motivation behind your vision and actually showing up and making it happen, and releasing whatever the heavy burden is, releasing yourself from a certain situation. It might be really hard to get clarity on what that might look like, or just the strength to make the choice might be the challenge for you, to actually walk away, to find the plan, the motivation, and make it happen. To speak your truth may be a challenge at this time as well. Your truth about how much you've invested in a situation. I do feel that here as well. Like you've come to this realization that you've just maybe been bled dry, or you've just you've really tried all that you can within your capacity to make it work, whatever this is. So the guidance with what will help in regards to your challenge, I like this a lot, because we've got the Judgment card right in the center. We've got the Six of Wands approaching it and from one side, and we've got the Knight of Swords approaching from the other. So this is this depiction is exactly that flower again. And the Judgment is your truth. It's your destiny, it's your path, it's listening to the calling of your angels, of your intuition, where you're meant to be in life. And the Six of Wands is a card of victory, and it's approaching this Judgment. So is the Knight of Swords on this side. The Knight of Swords is full of determination, motivation, can be a little hasty and forceful, but it's based in truth here. So this is saying to me that you need to believe in yourself, believe in your decisions, and stand by your convictions. You need to allow yourself to rise up to the victory that you deserve in life as well, and actually apply yourself, really make a plan and show up at that plan. Not being afraid of what other people may think or feel about your choices here, but you know that your choices are in alignment with what's best for you, especially if you've been going around in circles or stuck in a situation that's draining your life force. I feel like it's time to get that back and really be motivated by the path ahead and what you can create for yourself, irrespective of other people's paths around you. To not be distracted by other paths around you and other choices, and truly go for your goal here, your dream here, whatever it is for you. There's a lot of talk here as well about like taking an opportunity to better yourself, or to maybe it's an opportunity in work, a promotion or something. There's an opportunity here for you. You'll know what it is, and you're being guided to take that opportunity with both hands, and let whatever doesn't serve anymore, whatever doesn't fit in your future to fall away, and be very clear about what you want here and just go for it. There is I feel like there's also big epiphanies coming in for you at this time. Like you're really seeing things for what they are. You can really, and you can make strong choices based in that. Like what have we got here? Bottom of the deck is the Justice card. So yeah, it's like a deliverance of consequences, or an unfolding of karma here in this situation. Knight of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. You need to invest in yourself and give yourself all of that energy that you perhaps were maybe wasting or on another situation. So further guidance, we have the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Swords. See this energy of, it's literally like an absolute death. And what I couldn't help but see in this situation where it's like somebody has killed someone and then set their whole village on fire on the way out. So I don't know what that speaks to for some people. It could literally feel this way, that this has maybe been done to you, or maybe you will feel like you are literally just annihilating something. And then burning it to the ground, and then burning its ashes to the ground, and then burying its ashes far, far on the other side of the planet. Like it's so like, I'm just so absolutely done with. There's no going back in this situation I'm feeling here for you. It does open up new opportunities for you, but it may be painful in the release. The Ten of Swords and the Eight of Wands is saying to just end it, finish it, be done, and move forward. Be done, and then things can flow again. Things will move forward again with this Eight of Wands. As soon as you strike that last down, you will be able to move forward into smoother territory, into a better life, into a clearer mind. I'm feeling sanity into this. This may have been crazy making this situation. You will find more sanity, more peace of mind. And this is something outside of you. This is again, external factors that don't need to play a part in your life anymore, on your journey anymore. They don't belong in your journey where you're headed. It's certainly may have served and taught you a great deal, or there may be a lot of potential in that situation as it was unfolding, but maybe it didn't go how you'd hoped it would, and it's certainly time to release that situation and allow yourself to be moved away. These are two cards of travel as well. You literally may be picking your whole life up and moving it away. Air travel and water travel here, so maybe overseas, but not everyone, especially in COVID times. But this is really talking about the absolute ending of something that cannot be resurrected. The outcome of this situation, the destination, we have got the Seven of Wands first of all, which is a card of liberation. There are challenges along the way. Not everybody is going to agree. There may be conflict and disagreements along the way, but you're going to rise up against those challenges and continue working on what's in front of you, not being distracted by outside paths or anyone else or anything else. It's really time to go within and connect with yourself and not be influenced or distracted by anything outside of you and what you're doing and what you need to do for yourself. This could be like a lifestyle change. This could be like really just like, I keep getting that eye of the tiger when I connect to this in a reading, like, that vamping up to make it happen for you. We also have the Strength and Star here as well. So it's going to take a lot of willpower and courage to find that motivation, but the stars align for you, and things do feel eventually, as you keep chipping away, not looking at anything outside of what's in front of you and yourself and connecting with yourself, taking care of yourself on a fundamental level, your mind, your body and your spirit, like really looking into what does it mean to care for my mind? What does it mean to look after my body, my temple, and give it the fuel it needs and the exercise it needs to function well? Really give all to yourself. There's so much you need to give to yourself at this point, I'm feeling. And it's going to bring you this feeling of rejuvenation and excitement again for the future. After you've come through the challenges and really put your head down and focused on what's in front of you and what you need to do in this situation, and had the willpower to really hold on to yourself here. I'll talk about the astrological signs we've got here. There aren't too many. There's Leo and Aquarius here. Libra is here as well. Maybe Virgo. Yeah, Libra for sure. That's about all. But it's okay if it's you or not. It's all good. But yeah, there's certainly need to rise up to the challenge. Really, if maybe the challenge you're meeting is within yourself, but you can overcome these challenges and just focus on what's in front of you, what's practical, having a grounded plan, sticking to your choice, sticking to your guns here, and allowing destiny to unfold for you, trusting that the path ahead will be a beautiful one, that things will get better, that the Six of Swords, you are traveling from this choppy waters into something smoother, into a new place. So a couple of oracle cards for this reading. We have Spirit Soul Affirmation: beyond name and beyond form, beyond night and beyond day, beyond the mask of personality, I am Spirit Soul. It's really a card of remembering yourself, reconnecting to your essence. The oracle cards, I felt like getting ones for protection today. So I got 2 cards that came out for protection. One was breathe. Laziness and apathy are signs not of slowing down, but of decay and lifelessness. Wake up and do something to shake this off. Go outside for some air. Walk in nature will remind you that all of life is ensouled and magical. Get some exercise, move out of your head and into your body, and breathe in deeply. Each breath is precious. So absolutely a card to disconnect from the overthinking, from the outside world, from this external situation. Pull it back into you, connecting with beautiful practices like dancing, yoga, connecting to nature, cooking healthy meals, keeping your hands busy, even housework with gratitude, spring cleaning. All these things can keep your hands quite busy and help you really process what's going on in the background without being stuck in the mind of it, taking a deep breath and letting it go. And the last oracle card we had was by the book, also protection. Now is the time for a real change in consciousness as you are incited to revolt. Challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. It's not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call to revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside of the box that the established order may reject it. Genius, invention, and transformation are rarely comfortable and less likely to be accepted by the mainstream. It may be time for you to say no to the way of your group, take a stand, and make real changes. It could be that the structure of your inner world is alerting you to the need for a complete overhaul. This is time for transformation, so let go of the fear of change. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness. There is no turning back now. Trust that light will dawn. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles, and that's what will help with the challenging situation. You may not be sure where to place your motivation or your thoughts or anything, and all you know is there are big releases upon you. But these beautiful cards, I love the depiction of this. All of your energy, all of your focus, connecting into your truth and into source, into self. These epiphanies are coming to you already. I feel it, I see it here. So it's a matter of acting on those realizations, on those knowings, trusting in yourself and letting go of anything outside for this week. Group 1, I'll leave it there for you beautiful people. Here is your flower, the Mandeville. It's so sweet. Thanks, Group 1. I hope that gave you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, Group 1. Hey, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the petunia flower, then this one will be your reading. So petunias are often a gift given to someone when there's to smooth over like a bit of an argument, some resentment, maybe some anger. So it is a soothing flower for that. And it also symbolizes the desire to never lose hope, even when things seem all lost. So it's a bit of a softening, smoothing flower, perhaps after some tension. So let's look at the cards today, Group 2. What have we got here? We're looking at the past first. There's a fair few cards on the table for you here. Actually, I kind of want to jump to the underlying energy, which is the 9 of Pentacles. Underneath that is the Devil, which I think is worth noting. 9 of Pentacles here is about your independence, being self-sufficient, abundant and grateful for the life that you live. So the underlying energy is perhaps finding independence. And yeah, let's move into the cards though. We've got the Lovers, Judgment, 7 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups here. I'll go through the signs while I'm here as well. I can see Gemini and Libra. And that's it. No, well, there's Aquarius, Taurus, Leo and Scorpio there in the world, but yeah. Oh no, I see Taurus here as well, Virgo's here. Sorry, I missed them. There's a few characters. It's alright if it's you or not, or maybe it's your Venus, your moon, but anyway. We're looking at the recent past. We've got the Lovers and Judgment, 7 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. So this to me is feeling like a massive realization or a massive decision that's been made to liberate yourself from a situation. Like you or perhaps someone else has made a choice here, and it's a choice for transformation. I feel like it's a choice to choose yourself here, like really stand up for yourself perhaps. Maybe there's been a bit of conflict and you're needing to stick to your guns and really stand up for yourself in this situation. The decision with the Lovers and the Judgment, it means to me that there's a very clear choice being made over a truth that you can't avoid anymore. Maybe it's your own deep knowing, or maybe it's a piece of information that's come to you from someone else or an external situation. Some information or a conversation, but either way it has led you to understand your truth that much deeper, in a way that makes you want to commit to that truth and answer that calling and create the changes that you see necessary based in the information revealed. So the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Cups also does talk about you've used, based on that information, a choice that you've made to face a challenge, perhaps something that you may have avoided for a while. Maybe it's internal and you haven't shared that externally yet, but this could be something maybe just inside your own mindset, but you're certainly choosing to just pick yourself up and walk away from a situation. And I feel like there might be another person obviously involved here that you're finding that you don't see eye to eye with, and that it's just a constantly challenging connection perhaps. I mean, it could be to do with work and such as well. I don't want to make it only about loving relationships and things like that, but it's certainly something you've invested a lot of energy into, and you're starting to realize that your energy is best spent elsewhere. And that leads us to the next cards, which are really super positive but interesting at the same time. We've got the 9 of Cups, the Ace of Wands and the 10 of Cups. And it's almost like you need to give up something that you wished for in the immediate future. Maybe it's something that gives you instant gratification. It's like you have to give up one wish in order to have the happiness that you truly desire. With the 10 of Cups, it's what I'm getting from this. I feel like you may feel like you need to give something up in order to be truly happy. And you're realizing what that is now. And so you need to leave it behind, even though it's something that you wanted in your life very much. And I also feel like, I mean, if that doesn't resonate with everybody, which surely it won't, I do also feel like you needing to align with what your truth is, what your biggest wish fulfillment is in life, and actually focus on that. Because you have what it takes to create the life that you want. Absolutely. These situations may have made you doubt your ability to create the life that you want or go after your dreams in one way, but you have what it takes here, and you're just needing to absolutely remember the bigger picture of what you want in life, and to not waste time on any other distractions. Or I just want another card here. I kind of feel that one. The Queen of Pentacles, beautiful. 3 of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck as well. So, yeah, it's kind of, I feel a little different in this reading. I feel like there's certain people in your life you may be needing to cut out, but there's other people in your life that want to support you and be there for you, and so you should move closer to them and allow them to support you. But the Queen of Pentacles is you, and this is I feel like this is, you're needing to remember, I think, that the bigger things that you dream of in life are not, I need to be acquired in a different way. Like you're, what do I want to say? There's a different route you need to take to get to what you want, and you can absolutely heal from the situation if that's required, or you can devote yourself, to your path, to your dream, and see that transpire by really plugging into the bigger picture, the long haul, of what you want, and not looking at instant gratification in the now. I feel like you're just absolutely needing to connect in with self-care and gentleness and just being there for yourself, and connecting perhaps with like-minded souls that can also support you. But I feel like mostly just needing to get back to basics, and it was kind of repeated in last week's reading as well. For I think all three piles had such a get back to basics message to revamp the routine and really put yourself as a priority, of self-care as a priority. So moving on to the challenge here. Sorry, group 2, if this reading is a bit confusing, because it is confusing to me too. Because it's just that there's so much promise and beauty in your life. Even if you can't see that right now, there really is. But there's something that needs to go or shift. Maybe it's a belief or a habit or something that needs to shift. Actually, the Aboriginal word, I read that petunia derives from the word petune, which is an Aboriginal word for tobacco doesn't make good smoke, roughly translated. So it may even be like, quitting smoking, or like changing your lifestyle, your habits, your daily routine. It could be just that sort of thing. It doesn't have to be so big and explosive, or not that I think this is, but yeah. So there's certain things that don't fit in your future that need to perhaps be released, and you know what they are. The Lovers and the Judgment card, you know what they are. And I think you've got a fair idea on what you want your life to look like, and you certainly know what you don't want it to include. So moving over to the challenge, we've got the 2 of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the 6 of Swords. So for some people, I feel like this Knight of Wands is actually an external person who's very inconsistent. Maybe they're in and out of your life. They're maybe not very stable, and you feel like maybe you're juggling that and then another area of your life where you want stability, consistency, routine, and good health. So it feels like something, maybe a connection is turbulent or has been turbulent in your life, and you've been juggling between one way of being and then connecting in that connection. I don't know if what I said makes sense though. Yeah, I feel like the part of this connection really challenges your truth, perhaps, if it is about a connection. Other people, it's not about a connection, and it's it can be looking at the consequence of your own choices here, and not wanting to repeat old cycles, especially with that Wheel of Fortune, but truly not being impulsive and reactory anymore, but just really finding that center, finding that calm, and releasing any of the need to engage in battles or arguments or things that just waste your energy, because you know your truth here and you don't need to engage. For some people, the Wheel of Fortune, 6 of Swords, the challenge also may be just letting go, letting things unfold as they're meant to. Even if the consequences of the unfolding, a bit of karma is being delivered, then it doesn't feel very comfortable all the time. Maybe that's the case, but letting things unfold, letting your life move on from this situation may be the challenge for you, and not to, you may feel this impulse to go back to comfortable places, familiar territory, old ways of being, old ways of relating. Like the Petunia said, cigarettes maybe, maybe it's but you're needing to give yourself the opportunity to let time pass and let yourself move forward, even if it's a slow going process. But we've got these 2 strong cards of really walking away, leaving something behind. So what will help? We have the 10 of Swords and the World. So absolutely leaving something behind again, and a massive ending, a true release. And the World card is the completion of a cycle. We're taking the wisdom from this experience and we're leveling up when we see the World. And then the Page of Pentacles is next. So it's like a fresh new world, a fresh new beginning. Maybe there's so many things this could be: a relationship, lifestyle, addictions. I did see the Devil underneath there. So there's likely attachments to something that really saps your strength or your independence. And so, yeah, there's a real need to cut that and truly look at your own strength, your own abilities to create the life that you want, to believe in yourself and your resources, and then apply yourself and actually make a plan, take an action here. This could also be a new opportunity that comes in for you, and to accept that opportunity with the Page of Pentacles. It could be a work offer or some sort of opportunity to find deeper healing or connection to nature. It can be so many things, but take it. Start creating your new world here. This is an opportunity to create a new world, having left something else behind. And this new world really does contain these truths that have come to you quite maybe recently, or maybe they've been there all along, but maybe you just started to remember them again, or like wake up to something here. Where there's a real two big angels here in the sky that are guiding you, calling on you, and you've heard the trumpet, you've heard the calling. It's just a matter of perhaps taking that action, rising up to the challenge. And walking away, maybe, or at least stop, investing in what is only going to bring instant gratification, if that, and really plug into the big term dreams, the long haul. Yeah. All right. So further guidance, even more of it. You need to, perhaps for some people, you're needing to deliver a truth to somebody who doesn't want to perhaps hear it. That may be the case here. 8 of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the 9 of Wands. So the first thing I felt when I saw this is so much information coming into someone who's got their guard up, someone who doesn't want to hear it, who's not ready. Maybe that's you. I do kind of feel like it is somebody else, maybe this Knight of Wands character, for whoever resonates with that timeline. Outside of that connection, or outside of it being about an external connection at all, this is further guidance for you to get the motivation to get things going, to start envisioning your dream, to find that last bit, some bit of strength in your reserve to rise up to a challenge and make that move, make it happen, whatever it is. The 9 of Wands is somebody who's a bit battle weary and tired and doesn't really know where they can find the strength from to move forward. And it may feel like that. Sometimes you've got the strength to move forward and then something happens and you feel beaten back down again. But you're truly being encouraged to rely on yourself and your deep inner knowing, your truth, your guides. Follow this judgment call to create the changes and movement that you wish to see happen. Maybe speaking about something to someone. There's a lot of communication cards here. But they are coming up against someone who perhaps doesn't want to receive it. And for some people, maybe you're trying to communicate with somebody who doesn't want communication anymore, and maybe it's to just let that go. That could be the case for some people. There's a lot of truth here and a lot of movement forward, even if there's a lot of resistance as well. I might even grab another card on this 9 of Wands here. I feel a little all over the shop with you, group 2. Even shuffling the cards when they first came out, and just didn't know what to make of anything. The Moon, yeah, see, so much confusion. The Moon, there's a lot of fears as well, and uncertainty and about this situation and how it may look unfolding. And I feel like this triggers a lot of feelings, this situation. I see the 2 of Cups there. The King of Wands, the 5 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Wands over there. You're needing to stand firm and true to your vision. And if there is somebody that you're dealing with who's maybe a little bit unstable, I feel like you would be more effective if you just let it go and focused on what you can control, what you can heal, what you can work on, rather than wasting any energy just coming up against a wall or You certainly need to follow your intuition when it comes to the vision of your life, though, and find that whatever it is you need inside yourself, that last bit of reserve, and use it to push forward, speak about your dreams, get a clear vision and make it happen. Start visualizing what you want and putting your energy towards that plan. The outcome and the destination, if you're to follow that advice, is really beautiful. It is 3 major arcanas: the Empress, the Magician, and the Hermit. These are some pretty solid, wise, and elevated beings in these cards. The Empress is all about self-nurturing, abundance. It's a very successful feminine energy, very healing and very gentle, very connected to all of the elements. Strength in discernment and clarity, connected to the earth and nature and self-care, caring for others. This is a motherly card as well. It's providing nurturing and care. The Magician, remembering what you're capable of and realizing that you have all of the resources available to you to create the life that you do want to follow. When you got the Magician and the outcome, and it started with the Lovers and the Judgment, it just means that Spirit is absolutely supporting the unfolding of this situation. And I kind of feel like a lot of this is perhaps even out of your hands. Like there's a lot bigger things happening right now in the story of your life than maybe what meets the surface and what you can realize. And you're being asked to really just go within and trust Spirit, trust yourself, take gentle care of yourself. No major actions here other than to withdraw from any of the chaos or inconsistency and confusion and challenges. You'll sort of just take a step back for a minute and regroup. And honor your needs, honor yourself. If there's something you don't agree with or want to engage in, you don't have to. You have the power to withdraw. You have the power to just take some time out and care for yourself. And I think that's what's needed at the moment. It's probably already happening. You're taking just a bit of extra time to get more sleep or sort of disconnect so that you can really connect to how you feel about things and what you really think. And you need a bit of time out to be able to do that. So the Oracle cards, what's on the bottom? 5 of the Cups on the bottom of the deck now. Okay, so there's certainly a great deal of sadness and loss attached to this situation, because there was probably a lot of hope involved in an outcome, a certain outcome here. So Oracle cards, we have nervous system. I reduce the stress chemicals of adrenaline and cortisol in my system by taking a sacred pause. Sexuality, affirmation. I celebrate my sexuality. I choose when and how to express this side of myself as a living and vibrant expression of the divine feminine force. And we have in protection. I wanted protection today for all the groups for some reason. So we actually had not for you. Don't chase after what flees from you. Don't obsess over what eludes you. Don't bang your head against the wall. There's nothing romantic about what is unavailable, no prize given for torturing yourself, and nothing to be gained by refusing to see the red flags that have been waving since you began your pursuit. Now is the time to walk away. There are other goals, other loves, other games, other successes waiting for you. The way out of obsessing is radical acceptance and surrender. Spirit wants you only the best for you. This is a sign that you have something much better waiting for you. Trust. That kind of makes sense now why everything was so confusing, because it's like there's so much brightness, there's so much to be happy for, but it's so wrapped up in, like, exactly, it brings me back to this. It's like to have the true happiness that you want, you have to give up what you wanted, or your dream, to actually have your, a bit counterintuitive, but you're going to have to need to really radical acceptance that what you thought you wanted perhaps is not what is going to be best for you in this situation. And that what is best for you is to just take good care of yourself. Remember that you're such a powerful, infinitely powerful being, and you can create the life that you want. You can co-create that life with Spirit by seeking the truth and the answer within this situation, but also knowing that you hold all of the answers within yourself. And Spirit is calling you and talking to you every single step of the way and guiding you to let go, to surrender, that you are loved and supported, and that everything is going to be okay. You don't need to engage. You don't need to worry. You are held. Just take a moment to breathe. So group 2, I'm going to leave that there for you, beautiful people. I hope that resonated, gave some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance, wasn't too confusing. Those of you that chose this beautiful petunia. And yeah, I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, Group 2. Hey, Group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the bougainvillea flower, then this one is for you. So bougainvillea is such a beautiful, vibrant shrub or bush. It grows quite large with very, very sharp thorns, and it was interesting. I had a little quick Google online to see if there was any significance for this reading, and there wasn't much about the spikes, so it's almost like very little warning. But they are there, and I want to bring them to your attention, that these are very beautiful, much like a rose, but they have some nasty thorns. This flower is to encourage peace and fairness within two entities, or when you're dealing business with somebody, or just fairness in general. And it's also a flower used for welcoming guests and visitors as well. So that being said, let's jump into your reading, see if it relates at all. But it's a pretty interesting reading, Group 3, this week. We're starting out with the past energy of the Four of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the World. So the Four of Swords, the Five of Cups, the World, this is big. This is needing a deep rest and healing and stepping back from a situation. Maybe it's outside of your control and you're feeling a little left in the cold, and you're feeling like there's no resources, no hope, no anything. You're just left alone in this position. It's what it feels like. It may be that there's been an actual accident, or you've fallen ill with the Four of Swords and you've had to withdraw from your busy life as you know it, or your world has changed completely and has left you with a great sense of loss and sadness, and that you have to do the whole thing alone, and that the whole world is just maybe even outside of your reach, like you're withdrawn from the whole world. You don't feel included in the world. It's kind of this feeling I'm getting. I feel like you've turned your back on the world, or you've turned your back on a group or a person, or maybe you're feeling like the world has turned their back on you, and that there's no assistance available. That's what it feels like here. And it may be that you're needing a lot of extra rest at the moment, or maybe you're caring for someone else who's fallen ill and you're needing to help them and they're going through this. So it could be someone else, but it looks like a natural progression of whatever's happening here. It's unfolding how it's supposed to, and it's just really hard to navigate, and I feel like you're quite isolated in the experience, perhaps. Not for everyone. I feel like there's help available for a lot of you, but you may not be able to ask for it. It's something that came out quite strongly in all of the cards. I kept getting this, damn, this person needs to ask for help. They can't do it alone. They need help. And then I've got to jump straight to it. This card came straight out as I was thinking of it, asking for help affirmation. I'm like, of course. It couldn't be any other card. I knew that would be the card that come out based on the cards that I see here. You're needing help in this situation, and even if it's not going to come in a human coming to physically help you with the jobs you need done or whatever it is, there's you need to maybe help yourself, or there's something you're needing here, that you're needing assistance, maybe to talk it out. Even maybe just talking it out can give you something, who knows. But let's move forward to the path ahead. We've got the Knight of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Hermit here. I'll see the Hermit. I'll go through the cards. So Virgo's obviously represented here in the Hermit. I can see Leo on the table as well. Cancer is here. Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo again. Virgo. Did I say Virgo? Anyway, it doesn't have to be your sign. It's all good if it's not. But when there's a real temptation to deliver maybe a message to someone, or really I feel like there's a temptation to assert yourself or challenge someone or fight or push in a particular direction that you know isn't going to bring you the results you want. There's a desire I'm feeling to really run back to the past and deal with something, or give them your peace of mind maybe, or whatever it is. There's a real desire to go back to the past and maybe do things differently, or maybe there's just a bit of dwelling on things that could have been done differently, and that might give you this urgency to fix it or do something or affect it in some way. And I feel like you're incapable of doing that for whatever reason. Maybe you've been blocked, or maybe there's just nowhere to go back to, or it could be really different for everyone here, but the path ahead is to get all that motivation, anger, or whatever it is you're feeling, or sadness, and move forward with it. Use that to fuel your path forward, and bring yourself out of this situation where you're not constantly again, group 3, you've got me in this position where it's like I need to be careful with my words, because I feel like for some of you this is a really sensitive topic, and it's easy to just say, oh yeah, let it go, move on, when there's a lot of actual factors that really affect you moving on. And so I feel like I've got to be again, not pushy. Like group 3 is my don't push them lately group. And I'm just doing that, okay? I'm waiting for the day for that to shift and change, and I can push you again. But right now it does feel like you're just needing to let things unfold naturally. It does feel like a divine timing is at play in this situation, that it is naturally progressing. It's naturally progressing in the way that it should, even if you don't agree with that, and there's a certain way you want things done and it's not happening in the way you would like it to be done. But you're really needing to put the sword down for some of you. For some of you, it does apply you needing to put the sword down, or just maybe someone else has got their sword and you just need to not battle with them anymore. That could be the case as well, to really put it behind you. And it does indicate that when you move forward, you will be moving forward alone perhaps, or into a period of isolation, withdrawal from the world. I kind of feel like you're already withdrawn for a lot of you, but you're seeking the answers within yourself and not externally anymore. There's something that you've given up relying on other people, I think, as well, for some people here. And there may be a bitterness that's attached to that, like nobody can help me, or I can't rely on anybody, no one's there. There's these stories that you, with the 6 of Swords, you are advised to not reiterate those stories, but goodness me. But to seek where it is that you are effective, and focus on what is supporting you, because support is available in one way or another. In one way or another, support is available. Maybe it's just having a roof over your head and a place to rest your head and some food in your belly. Like, it could be the fundamentals that you have provided for you by life, spirit, self, whatever it is. There are things that you do have to be grateful for. And if I feel like some people are struggling with a bit of victim mentality, and maybe these circumstances are really hard and you are a literal victim to this situation, but you're also encouraged to pick up your power in this situation, find your power in this situation. God, this is group 3. I feel like a bit like group 2 was a bit all over the shop as well. So if you don't resonate, I don't know, it's all good next week. But anyway, we'll move on. Maybe you do resonate and I just don't understand it fully. Challenge. 8 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. Again, this is the challenge of finding assistance and help. You're maybe finding it really challenging to find cooperative people, or maybe you've been excluded from a group that was, your people, your family, your friends, your community, your work, whatever it is. They're finding like you're on an outside now. You're a bit of an outsider. You're feeling like you have been maybe disowned or left behind, and that you're not having any cooperation, and you're finding it really hard to deal with that perhaps. There's no support. It feels like there's no support, and that's your biggest challenge. And that you're having to liberate and lift yourself up, even if people are coming at you or attacking you or having like their say. But nobody actually wants to help at the same time. And so I kind of get that feeling too, where people are probably happy to dish out their opinions, but who wants to actually help? That's that. For some people, you may resonate with that, where people are happy to share their 2 cents, but not actually willing to do anything to change that for you or help you, support you, or, for some people. Yeah. So having to leave something behind is going to be really challenging for you as well. I feel like there's a fair bit that needs to change here. And I don't even know where to start, is kind of the feeling I get. I wish I I feel like I wish I had a lot of really good advice for you, but it's also like acknowledgement, and just it is like, I think like that as well. There's no quick fix in this situation. There's no grand answer here. It's just a matter of moving through this, and maybe you've got some physical ailments and you're struggling with your health, or maybe you're struggling with mental health, loneliness. There's a lot of heaviness that you're carrying at the moment. Ace of Cups is the underlying energy in this reading. I want to pull that up now because it's the advice I wish I had for you. It's the unconditional love and compassion from the universe, and that you can give to yourself. It's gentleness, it's acceptance, it's radical acceptance and of the situation at hand, and then rather than dwelling on what isn't working or who is challenging you, but just, I don't know, create a bubble, like push that away and just focus on your healing and what you have got to salvage, and what you can nurture within self, within your body, your mind, like really looking after yourself again on a fundamental level. Same with last week's reading, was quite thick in 3 groups. All 3 piles were, I think, quite heavy with having a healthy routine, just like really focusing on the back to basics sort of approach to this challenge, to this situation. So what will help with the challenge? We've got the 5 of Pentacles and the Sun and the 3 of Wands. So this is really recovery energy over a long period of time. With the Sun card, I kind of got the feeling that this is an annual thing. Not to say this repeats every year, maybe it does, but it kind of felt like the Sun needs to do its full rotation, if you know what I mean. Like, it's going to take a while, is the feeling I got from the Sun. It may take 12 months to find yourself out of the situation. That's obviously not for everyone, but it's a really strong feeling I got when I first saw it, that it's going to take time, day in, day out, and getting out in the sun as well. For some people, it's like actually really taking care of your body in, like I said a moment ago, in the most fundamental way of getting enough sunshine, vitamin D, eating well, getting a bit of a walk if you're not able-bodied, but doing your exercises or a bit of stretching or whatever it is to keep your body mobile and well to the best of your ability. 5 of Pentacles is recovery from financial strain, illness, isolation, withdrawal, loneliness. It's the being left in the cold, quite literally, in the image here. But the Sun is here as well, so what's going to help is bringing yourself out of the cold. Just because everyone else wants to put you in the cold, or for whatever reason, not to say everyone does, but if that's your situation, just because life has put you in the cold, or whatever circumstances are upon you have left you in a place of lack of resources, know that you can bring yourself back into the sunshine, and it's going to take some time, but with some healthy choices, some positive, optimistic choices as well. The Sun is very much about having an optimistic outlook on life. You can bring yourself in from the cold. I feel like this is something you're going to have to do, and it's going to take a long time. For some of you, it won't be a long time, and this is just a short-lived moment, but for a lot of you, I do feel like this is a big thing. And the 3 of Wands is that typical card of waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for the results, having made a choice. So having made the choice to bring yourself out from the cold, you will find good health by making healthy choices, choices based in wellness on all levels. You will start to see results very slowly unfolding. You will see results. You will see your ships come in. It is a timing thing. It is a matter of showing up. It is hard. Above that was the 3 of Pentacles. I feel like you're waiting for assistance. You're waiting for divine intervention. You're waiting for some sort of help. And part of it, I think you're going to need to take the first step. And maybe the first step is just getting out into your garden and having a cup of tea and just being at peace in the sunshine and absorbing that sun, and having a little open dialogue with spirit about how grateful you are for the warmth to be touching your skin, and really connect to that physical sensation. I know that doesn't seem like a great big action, but it really is something. It's a small something that can help you reconnect to what is. And lots of those little actions and thoughts and prayers and thoughts, ideas, all that stuff, all of them add up, and they do rewire your brain, and they help bring you back into the sun, into life again, into positivity again. It's through these tiny little actions, and maybe they're just as small as getting out of bed. But you can recover from this situation, and it will happen over time. You just need to give yourself all of the love that you can, all of the support that you can, and connect and know that Spirit wants to support you too. So further guidance, we have the Hanged Man. So looking at this situation from a different perspective, and having a bit of a sacred pause and a surrender, and it is a radical acceptance energy. So we're looking at this whole situation not from the perspective of the victim, but as a whole zoomed out image of your whole world from Spirit's angle, looking at it from the highest perspective you possibly can, and seeing how there may be something here that's happening for you and not to you. And that you can surrender to the unfolding and let it unfold, and just trust that with some gentle nurturing care and compassion to self with the Queen of Cups, the softer and kinder you are to yourself, the easier it will be to see this situation unfold in your benefit. It might be really good to connect with a compassionate feminine energy as well. Like this could be a counselor or a healer or somebody that you can help, that can help assist you with looking at things differently, and help you with carrying the heavy burden of the Ten of Wands. The Six of Pentacles is the next card as well. Is it 6? Yeah, it is. Sorry, it's a new deck. I love it so much, but I'm still getting to know them. Yeah, it might be really beneficial to seek some sort of support, counselling, sounding board, therapy of some kind, maybe a Reiki session with the Queen of Cups, maybe an intuitive reader as well, to help you navigate the challenges that you're carrying. You're really needing assistance and generosity, and needing kindness. You need to be open to receiving help as well. You need to be open to asking for help. It was at this point that I got these cards, then I pulled the asking for help affirmation. I'm like, yeah, of course. Six of Pentacles is needs. This is somebody who's generous and giving, somebody who has enough, and so therefore they can give. They have an overfull cup. They're okay to give. They're in the right position to be doing that. I feel like as well there's a message here I saw a bit earlier about when the cards were coming out, about feeling like people take advantage of your kindness. And so you may be needing to stop giving to certain situations because they're just taking advantage of your kindness, or you're aware of that already. And that might be something that another story, yes, that happens, but you don't need to live in the story of that's all that happens to me. People just take advantage of me. Like, that story does not help. So don't keep repeating that to yourself. It's not true. It just means that, you can accept that this situation has happened where people have taken advantage, and now you're well aware of the red flags when these things happen, so you know how to assert healthy boundaries. And so instead of repeating the story of this always happens to me, I know how to handle this when it does approach me, like that sort of thing. Believing in yourself again, rather than repeating the story of being a victim to situations. Now, maybe that's not your story, but you can probably fit that little piece of wisdom to your story and how it works for you. But you're really needing to look at this situation from a different perspective. Take a lot of care for yourself, with yourself, being gentle to yourself, and definitely seeking out some help. The Ten of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, to me, feels like you find it really hard asking for help, and that you may have a certain expectations on how you want things to be done, and therefore you don't ask for help because they won't do it how you want it to be done. And you may need to surrender that as well. And that sometimes it's not always going to go how exactly we want it to go, but at least we're getting some sort of assistance and help, and we can be grateful for that, and make the most of what is being offered. In some cases. Okay, we're going to move on to the outcome energy, and I do like this. See these two little foxies and all these pentacles. We got the 8, the 7 of Pentacles here. This is you by yourself, but I feel like it could also be you when you ask for help. You've got all the 8 of Pentacles. You know how you want it done. This is your project. You're showing up here, right? You're doing it. And this person comes in 7 of Pentacles. I feel like they're not too certain. They don't have the extra pentacle that you do, but they're still here working on your garden or on your, whatever it is. I feel like this is somebody that comes in to help you. And they may not have everything you need, but they're there with their time, with their shovel, with whatever it is, right? That is a message for some, obviously not everybody, but I do feel like assistance does come in for you. The Chariot as well indicates movement forward and overcoming challenges and having confidence to to move forward, right? Now, outside of receiving actual help from a human, from a person, in that regard, which I do feel like it's here, like this is a long-term help as well. So if those that are engaging in therapy or something, this is something that's like you can really engage long-term and see this person regularly to help you move forward. For other people, it's obviously not about that at all. And it's, you showing up and investing in yourself and in your health and making conscious choices to take care of yourself. Even if you can't see the results right away. Like I said, I can see that this is an ongoing or long unfolding journey, maybe a challenge that has been quite persistent, or blockages you've been dealing with for some time, but it's chipping away. I think you need to chip away. It's all you can do. Just focus on what you can do and where you can be effective, and use that to motivate you and build up your confidence to create changes that you wish to see, rather than being beaten down by what you can't do or what isn't working. So yeah, I think a big perspective shift, go a bit easier on yourself, asking for help. So beat you over the head with it, ask for help. I am able to ask for help when needed. I can make good choices about who I ask and how I ask them. I think that's really important for some of you as well, especially when you've been feeling quite jaded, quite alone, and you're feeling quite upset about life in general. When you are coming forward to ask for help, trying your best, I think, for some people, not everyone, to just come, who you ask is really important. Choose your audience. But how you ask is really important too. Anyway, this also means I can offer help in return according to my capacity. So, if you're, if you do this for me, I can help you with that. Make sure it's something you can actually fulfill, and I think for some of you as well, you may need to just ask for help without having anything to offer them in return, physical, money, like, what I mean? Like maybe there's something else you can do for them, or something else you can do to, balance out the energy exchange. So I think that's what it's talking about when it says return according to my capacity. So don't feel like because someone, you can't ask for help because you need a big job done and all you have is this to offer. There's a way to make that work for you, especially if somebody wants to help you, and you can trust in spirit to lead you to the people that want to help and that will help openly. And here we go. My heart is open and I give and receive love freely. Receive it freely. It's good to have intentions to repay, but sometimes you just need to receive. All right. And the last oracle card for this reading was Message in a Bottle, and I got protection messages for everyone today. Just felt it was needed. So, are you refusing to acknowledge the signs because you want things as you want them? Red flags are not pretty decorations for you to admire. They are warning you for a reason. If something doesn't sit right with you, trouble could be hiding in the bushes. Don't ignore the signs. Spirit always has your best interest at heart and will draw your attention to what you are overlooking. Okay. Interesting message there. So I want to get another one for you. Prosperity. Felt that as I was pulling it up. There we go. All right, we've got clean it up. Clean it up. Prosperity. Simple things like opening your mail, paying bills, sorting out your timetable, making lists, or getting organized is what this symbol means when it comes to your work. Make time for yourself too. This card is a sign that you may be overburdened and overwhelmed. It's okay to say no. You will prosper more if you do. Yeah, putting yourself first, reprioritizing, unsubscribing from the shit show. All right, group 3, I hope that gave you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance, and I'm going to leave it there, and I look forward to connecting with you all again soon. Bye, group 3.